All right, we're live here. Hello, everyone. It is me, Konglor, joining you with my man Broer here. And today
Hello.
we're going to cast the game with MJ12 versus RJFE. And we're gonna start off with the usual 1v1 spider duel. We're gonna have Dubix from RJF and Frio playing for MJ12 in this 1v1. And let's see. Let's ask them if they're ready.
Yeah, and so RJFE have been around for a while. They're RJF's second team. They've had some good results recently, placing third in the Martial Olympiad Reborn EU Div B and 12th overall in Worlds last. And this MJ12 team is a little bit new, a lot of new faces on it, but some players from the Worlds team from last year. So we'll see how they do. And full disclosure, Kong and I were both on that team, but yeah, really excited to see this match.
Yeah, they lost some people transitioning into the 5v5s, but that doesn't really matter since you need less people than in 8 versus 8, so it's only like a couple different people, I think. They still have Dith, Draven, Rio. Who else? I don't remember anymore.
Scout Derek,
Yeah.
Horseman, if we haven't mentioned him, and a few new folks. And then RJFE, I think, have almost their whole roster coming.
And also they're ready.
Yep. You're ready, Kong?
Yeah, cool.
All right, so this is Skirmish, Steiner Coliseum, Heavy PPC Spiders. So I guess we don't really have to go over the builds here.
All you have to know is that they go slow and they die to like 2 heavy PPC alphas. If skilled correctly. Okay. And now they're coming up.
Classic RJF colors on Dubix.
Yeah, my man.
Frio's got a very good camo for this map, I gotta say.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. Put the red on the dead torso. My man.
So we've got Dubix moving into this little high ground position at one end. It looks like Frio's going up on the catwalk, maybe.
Yeah, the bridge is a little bit dangerous if you do get hit by an airstrike. You have the ceiling, but there's some holes in it. If you get hit by even one shell, it's game over with these mechs.
Yep, and I think they're still scouting each other. I don't think they've seen each other quite yet.
See what's he up to. Oh, he thinks he's gonna climb the bridge. Little he knows he's already in position. The hill.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they both wanted these specific positions and aren't quite sure
Also,
where to look now.
I forgot to actually go switch to the match layout. Well, that happens. Nothing has happened yet, so doesn't really matter.
Oh, Frio's now moving in the open towards the center of the map. It looks like he may have figured out where Dubix has to be. I don't think he's seen it.
I think he knows just by the fact that he camped that corner for quite a while. Never saw him go to his right, so he must be at that spot. And since my man Frio plays Solaris quite a bit, he also knows the meta that if you don't see people crossing there, they're most likely on their camp hill.
Yep, and so we've had the first salvo from each, but nobody connected.
Ooh, Frio hit the box.
Both being very cautious right now. So the stakes here are both points, and you get to choose side. So it can be very helpful. Oh,
Strike.
good
Oh,
hit on Dubik.
bam. Was left arm.
Yep. So not too important.
The rest of the damage seemed to splash on the left torso. The arm got so overkilled there. It was a hit, but it didn't really matter.
Yep. Still very cautious play. And no strike damage yet.
So we might get a hit here. Close.
All right, guys, let's see somebody connect now.
Slow and steady. Ooh, close. That was really close. Was even
Yep, that could
the...
have taken Dubix's arm there. And then it would have been all over. I mean, he's got a small pulse, but still, that's not enough.
Yeah, if you have to fight with single small against PPCs, I think you're gonna get dabbed on. So they been close.
Yep, Frio now working up the right side.
They're so close. So far.
Almost halfway through the match now. Let's hope this doesn't time out.
Rio is wandering into... I would say this is not the optimal place to be. I think the safest spot would have been next to the boxes. Since now Dubix only has to worry about him like going behind a corner instead of behind a hill. Oh
Oh, Frio takes a huge hit.
Oh, never mind. Left torso, who cares?
Yeah, he's halved. So he's even slower now.
Both miss again. They'll probably have to cool down now. So, strike.
I wonder if Dubix sees that.
Yeah, it's too far. Ooh.
And I almost wonder if airstrikes would be the choice for this, because you pretty much know you're going to be trading behind cover.
Possibly, but you can also like try to trick the enemy with your artillery strike. If you place it behind him, he doesn't see the smoke. You cannot do that with an airstrike.
And airstrikes can be easier to dodge if you know that it's an airstrike coming in.
That should not have missed. Fear was basically standing still. What happens? You probably didn't even expect him to be like that. Oh, legged. Let's go. Finally some action.
Still has the peeps though, still dangerous.
Not sure where the jump jets are on this build, if there's any on the leg.
Well, Frio still has JJs. I don't know if he's lost any though.
See when he jumps. And if they're Howard jets.
Now Dubix is getting a little bit more aggressive, closing in.
Ooh, leg. Let's go. They're even now.
Yeah, Dubix is up on the percentages, but it doesn't matter a whole lot in this duel.
Oh. Bye.
Well played by Dubix.
Both shot at the same time, but it was my man Freo that went down. Cool. So that's a win. Bam, bam.
Oh, don't forget to grab the score. Got it.
And screenshot.
And I don't know if this was already fixed, but somebody mentioned that the title might be left over from last.
Yeah, but I cannot seem to be able to copy paste there, even though I pressed the button. Well, whatever. I got the screenshot anyway. Did you click the button?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, it's fine. We have the screenshot. It has the match ID. The only downside is that we cannot really look
we
into
can't
detail.
publish it then. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only the 1v1. Doesn't really matter. Somewhere. Now we're blaming lag. Except that the winner is blaming lag. Now we know why it took so long.
Okay, so RJFE wants to start as Team 2.
So should probably swap already. Seems like RGF's gonna bring same people they had in the show match. Was it last week against F37?
Yeah, I don't remember who that was against.
F37.
I think their roster is like 5 or 6 people, so they don't have a lot of backups, I don't think. At least not ones that are on the roster.
Okay, there's my men. Lobby just need the RGF dudes.
Yeah, I think Dubix is restarting.
I'm so hyped for Lerms since my man Frio's in the game. Except that the first drop won't have Lerms, sadly. We have to do something about that if enough people complain about the lack of Lerms. I think they might change the rules regarding that.
Oh, you want lock-ons in this first drop, specifically Lerms?
Yeah, Lerms.
I mean, obviously that's going to be the strongest weapon system in a light drop, right?
Probably not.
So this,
to be honest, I just want to see Lerms.
So this one is Canyon Network Conquest around Theta, which is the central point, and it's 4 lights and 1. So with this tournament format, the map changes each drop, side swap each drop, and the cap is sometimes different. So only 1 cap is in play each map.
Yeah, we're gonna see some classic NASCAR. Let me share you the link to the map strats so we can do some doodles.
Okay.
Where is it? Bam, bam. Bam.
Oh yeah, Kraz messaged me about the stream title.
Yeah, but it's not in my control since I don't have admins on the channel. I cannot title, and I think it's fixed already.
Okay.
Oh, abstract spam.
Yeah, so what do you expect to see from this?
I expect nothing since it's the light drop. They can do pretty much anything, but my real answer will be that Team 2 should be sending someone here, while the main force does something, starts hanging around, like here. This guy here on d5, just it's a good spot, since if the enemy want to go and get him, they have to like predict that someone's gonna be there and immediately send someone like that at the start. Otherwise, they probably have moved already to the radio tower. They wanna stop his harass, and they're striking. They have to cross the canyon, which is pretty hard. Some mechs don't have jump jets. I think we're gonna see some wolfhounds, for example. They might have trouble crossing from that spot. And retreating is pretty easy from there. Like that. But
so RJFE is saying that they're ready. They aren't locked yet, though, so they aren't. I see that MJ12 is mostly stacked in alpha. So they probably, I feel like, will be going through radio tower.
It also looks like my man in Charlie might also try to jump here to scout. Although it's not as important as it will be in the 8 vs 8 environment.
Well, the individual mech in Charlie is on Team 1.
Oh, right. Team 2. Oh,
so
yeah.
RJFE
well.
has stacked Team 2, or it's Team 2 Charlie. So maybe they're pushing Epsi or just pushing up into Theta.
Yeah, I was just thinking that Team 1 means red. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So they're ready. So I'm gonna launch it if you are ready.
Yeah, do it. And also,
all right, let's go.
We need the meme answer also on how this match is gonna go. So we have Team 1 here. They might go bam, and then they want to do like a movement like this, while Team 2 comes from here and they want to do like a movement like this. As it should be. Anyway, on to the match.
So I think the cap might matter less on these light drops, but in some of the heavier drops, I expect there's going to be a fight to see who can get to it first.
Right. I think you should move on to MJ12's side, and I'll take care of RJF, and I will probably look into the builds first.
Okay.
Okay, the game has started. What do we have? Al Cooper the second on Panther, probably medium pulse. Kerensky on Urban Mech, Dubix, Wolfhound, Blackchester, Vapor Eagle 1, and Stone Island on the Osiris.
Alright, so we've got Dith in a medium laser javelin running straight to Theta. He'll probably get eyes on RJFE soon. Then they have a Panther 8Z, a Wolfhound 2, a K9, and an Uziel 6P. I haven't seen all the builds, but I suspect a lot of medium pulse from M.
Probably everyone. You could take a look at Horseman's build, since it's a different type of Panther.
Yep, it's 3 medium pulse, 2 SRM, 2, interestingly enough.
And the other Panther is 4 medium pulse, as expected.
Yep. And so we're seeing RJFE stacked up sort of on this Epsi side ridge, and MJ12, it looks like, are just trying to sliver cap Theta and build up right behind Theta for the.
I like the Vapor Eagle choice, since it can keep a distance.
Yep, and RJFE so far is doing a good job of getting scratch damage to keep MJ12 from flipping the cap. Looks like they've decided to move in the. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a little indecision from RJFE right now as to what to do.
They still have time, as long as like they don't spend like 4 minutes there. Oh, airstrike, airstrike, airstrike.
Yep, does Horseman see it?
Rio!
Oh,
see ya later, dude. There goes his back armor.
Dubix moving right in on Horseman here.
Oh, the balls, the balls. Oh. I don't.
Oh, he's kind of getting focused.
That wasn't too good for Dubix, but now Frio's getting wobbed
yeah,
on.
RJFE just rushing right in through the airstrike. Al Cooper got through Safe, Rio's down.
Diff is coming from behind with the javelin, but the timing is a little bit off.
Yep, looks like Horseman's going to be the next to go down for MJ12. They've got him leg.
Oh yeah, there he goes.
Oh, he gets away somehow for now, but they're all just going to pile in.
Yeah. Stas is next. And Zebras is next.
And follower of Kerensky is pretty shot up, but RJFE still all up fighting. Black Jester gets legged, I think, but he's still up.
Diff is just farming. Look at him! Oh.
Zebras is just, yeah, surrounded, trying to get... It's definitely not going to be enough there. Looks like this will go for RJFE.
Yeah, it's over for him. And Diff backed off a little bit to snipe. They still want... He probably wants a kill or two, since you get some score from that. It is still salvageable.
Yeah, if he can get the Beagle and maybe the Urban Mech, that would get them some more points. A cheeky strike on the Beagle, like you had talked about earlier.
Might do it. No, no, no.
No hits. No hits at all. Looked like an unskilled strike. Maybe with the skills it'd be closer. I don't know.
To be fair, he was moving away at the same time.
The one thing about these light drops, it's really hard to get in the cockpits of most of these mech.
There goes the leg.
And that'll be it.
Bam.
RJF doing a good job to sweep that one.
On final artillery strike. Cool, let's see if the copy-paste works this time.
I'll send it to you as well.
Yeah, it worked. It was probably because I pressed print screen to it. Got ruined like that. Anyway. So...
I think teams are responsible for that ultimately anyway. This is mostly for the stream.
No. I think it's up to the referee if there's one. So... But I'm taking a screenshot, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
And let's go to the player stats now. Yeah, it was a almost clean 5-0, saying almost because the Vapor was like one shot away from his left leg, but he was shielding pretty damn well though.
Yeah, I enjoy these light drops. They're very exciting.
Let's mark those in and see the scoreboard. What does it say? 2-12. Also for the next map, we're gonna need the time of day changed. Daytime.
Yep, I'll take care of that. So I keep telling them how much time they have, but it seems like teams are really good about getting readied up in time so far. So this is going to be 4 mediums, 1 heavy on Viridian Bog, fighting over things.
Yeah. Welcome to the jungle. Are we gonna see some napalm, also known as ATMs or LERMs? What do you think?
I bet we will. It seems like in all the exhibition matches, at least one team has brought ATMs, especially on this drop, and sometimes on the heavy drop as well. I think they can be really effective against the mediums because you can wreck a mech in a salvo or two.
What do you think the heavies will be on each side?
It seems like Night Jeers have been pretty popular, often with DACA. I don't know. I know a lot of teams like the IV4, but I think that you give up a lot of tonnage if you take the lightest mech in a weight class, since there's no tonnage.
But IV4 makes up for that with the armor and insane cooldown quirks, but you restricted to a MRM build. My guess will be that we're gonna see a summoner probably. Is a good candidate or some super brawl heavy like Orion 2C. I will put my money on the summoner though, since it's quite flexible when it comes to builds, and it's quite mobile with the jump jets also. And what I've seen on this map is that people like to move a lot. If you take a night share, for example, you have quite limited mobility with that platform.
Yeah, I think I don't think we'll see a lot of heavy mechs without JJs on this map, to be honest, unless it's maybe an Orion or something like that. So I agree. The summoner is a good candidate. You can do several different builds. Okay, MJ12 is ready, so I'm going to launch it.
Right. Quickly go to the map strats though. Do some doodles.
Okay.
So Team 1 Alpha Charlie, Team 2 Alpha Charlie. So what I would expect is if we go by the show match which RJFE played, what they did was movement like this into this and then strike.
Yeah, we've seen several teams do that where you can get that high ground. I think some of the areas you don't want to be are like over here, because you can get stuck in that low ground on that ramp, and the other team can fire down from this high ground and sort of dictate more.
Launch the game, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so I think it's really helpful if you can grab that cap, because then you can force the enemy to come to you, but you don't want to be stuck in this low ground near Theta, because you just have your options are so limited compared.
Yeah, and you like to eat some airstrikes if you get stuck there. But what I would also think is that if MJ12, or was it, who's on team 1? RJF or MJ12? I don't remember anymore. I think it was RJF. Let's see. Anyway.
MJ12, or no, RJFE is team 1, yes.
Yeah, the game is starting, so enough with the doodles. I want to show something, so instead I'll show it with my camera. Is that if team 1 proceeds from either like here or from here and they wanna brawl, then setting up a mech on top of this Theta hill or whatever this thingy is pretty good choice, because you probably start NASCARing around this big pile of rock right here, and then you can just jump down the dude's backs there. And let's see the builds. Let me start with RJF builds, and you can do the other team. Hunchback 2C, Black Chester, Vapor Eagle 2, Stone Island, Flower Kerensky Summoner, predicted, Huntsman E with UAC 10s, and a Vulcan Rubik's.
Fifth eats some damage there. He's got a medium pulse Vulcan. We've got a SRM6 with Artemis Wolverine 7K. We've got what I assume is a Splat Kintaro, a Veagle A, which I believe is the Brawl variant, and then an Orion. So it looks like MJ12 wants to brawl, and they're setting up near that high ground.
The fight's already begun.
Yep,
Shots have been traded.
kind of stuck in that low ground near Theta.
They didn't take any damage though there. They slightly
Nothing
more
substantial.
given to the enemies.
And they're pulling back now. They're definitely, that makes sense. They have tradier builds.
Yeah, UACs on almost everything. Vapor Eagle even. Yes, UACs. Yeah, 4 UAC mechs and Vulcan. They want the range here, while MJ12 obviously wants to brawl. But I think they should practice some discipline here and not jump down there. Yikes.
Yeah, but again, right now they could take that cap and then they could try and sit back somewhere where RJFE can't get lines on them and force them.
Hey, look, Death is trying some tricks and Dubix is slightly far away. There's a good spot to drop some strikes from, but okay, Cooper saw him.
Oh, Horseman has eaten a lot of damage.
He's fine, he's fine. Perfectly fine there. They have to flip that Theta, there we go. There's no reason to be there if they cannot flip that.
Yep, and Dith is getting some sneaky back shots in again.
Yeah, the Hunchbacks is receiving it, some backshots for the Summoner also there.
What are your thoughts on this Hunchback 2C pick?
What did it have again? Was it double?
Ultra 10s.
Well, it's fine. Like, no comment really. I think this is pretty standard. Considering, like, now he can put, like, maximum jump jets.
Oh, so this Huntsman is pushing Diff now out on the outskirts of this fight, but the Huntsman's really shot up. It's good that he has backup, because he would not be able to take Diff.
Yeah, Diff is doing some good job here, in my opinion.
Yep.
Like, he turned the enemies away, is stalling for his friends right now. Ooh, strike, yeah, big strike on the red team. Let's see.
Oh, it might not hit them, though.
It just needs one hit on that clump of 3 mechs, and it didn't do anything cool.
Yeah, nothing too much there. And looks like Dith is getting a little braver again, gonna maybe try and push up on this right side a second time. I don't love this position for RJFE because they are in the low ground. But I like some of their use of this cover, like by the Summoner to Pop-Tart a little.
Yeah.
I don't think they can control the cap from this position, really, although the MJ12 clump is pretty stuck as well.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that they should move some people on the left, which they are actually doing now, since if they've recognized all the enemy mechs, they notice that they have 2 people without jump jets stuck down there. So if they will move to the left and strike, they would have a pretty good position there.
Yeah, they could even drop arty strikes on the high ground above MJ12 without them
Diff getting punished. That guy's flying. Oh, he's
yeah, Black Jester must be almost dead.
Let's see his health.
Oh,
yeah,
he
left
can
torso.
a bit.
There's one more scratch and there goes the left torso.
I almost wonder if MJ12 needs... No, I guess they have to stay.
Now it's... oh, Diff took some serious damage there. Like from green to orange-reddish. Yeah. CT is open, that's just one double tap and say goodbye to him. And now they're in the position I was talking about, which they should take.
Yeah, it's still a little bit close for RJFE for their UAC, but it's not like MJ12 can just hop up there with their Orion and their Kintaro.
It's Zebra's gonna...
Yeah, Zebra's I think is gonna go down any second now, exposed to 3 mechs. Horseman going out to help him, but he's probably gonna get shot down.
They might kill someone. I think Kerensky might die. Unless Horseman dies, like right now. Rio's going in.
There he goes.
So many low mechs on both sides.
Oh, and Dubix goes down as the first mech from RJFE to get killed. But Black Jester and Cooper are really close to dead as well.
If still alive, I think the medium pulse mechs will be really important at endgame like this.
So now it's down to 2v2, somewhat surprisingly.
Losing Dubix was pretty big for RGF.
Yep.
Rio getting some cheeky shots. Oh, Rio has a god spot. This is like a, what you would call a pug farm spot.
Yep, and everybody's been loving that Wolverine lately, at least in quick play.
Not exactly that one. The quick play Wolverine will be the MRM damage farm build.
So I think this is going to go for MJ12. I mean, I don't think Stone Island's going to carry this, but even if he did, he doesn't have a lot of time for caps. He's very hurt.
The beauty of jump jets.
Oh, I see -1 UAC 10, so I assume that means he is a stick.
Yeah, lost the left torso. That's where the UACs are. It's over. Hey, why is he so scared? Probably doesn't know.
He's gonna
now he should know, since he saw him. I'm getting there, dude. Oh, I think they were damage farming him.
Gotta earn those C-bills, right, Kong?
So it was a nice game, to be honest. MJ12.
Frio was down to 30 SRMs. Nearly out of ammo.
And look at the damage, my man. Diff, my man. Big damages. Let's go to the details in a second. Bam. Look at that. 43-46% dudes left on MJ12. 685 damage. But wait, that's not all. 732 damage on Diff, the Vulcan. That was some serious farming. Let's go. Let's punch in the scores now. Victory for MJ12, 5 kills. Bam. Bam. And bam.
So where do we stand on the points?
Let's see. MJ12 12, RJFE 15. They caught up quite fast. Yeah, they got 10 points from the last match when RJFE got 3 points. So we're pretty much even now.
All right, so I have reset the lobby. Anything you want to talk about on the map strats or anything about that last one?
Not really. It was pretty basic trading, and they moved on to the high platform, but that was not quite enough since MJ12 had a pretty good discipline in that game. They held out long enough.
Yeah, and that's not an easy thing to do, to sit in that clump there and just preserve armor till they close.
Moving on to HPG. Are we swapping sides, or will they be the same sides?
I already swapped the sides, so the lobby is ready. We can talk about the map if you want.
Nice, nice. And you did that already, so you should do some doodling this time. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, so this is 4 heavies and an assault on HPG. So I would be really surprised if teams don't bring like an annihilator for their assault, maybe like an LBX annihilator. And I think there are a couple ways you can do this. I think from team 2, I think Charlie Spawn can get to Theta pretty quickly. And then you could send the other mech in. I haven't timed this out, but maybe from Alpha. And so I think you can either just go straight in and kind of group up and brawl, or I know some people have talked about potentially going in and setting mechs up on the different entrances and sort of dropping down and going in from multiple angles to try and get back shots. So, I mean, this is a basement fight. I think in some ways that simplifies the strategy quite a bit, but I'm curious to see if we see anything other than a death ball out of either of these teams. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what everyone would think would happen, but yesterday proved everyone quite wrong. For example, a good game I saw was KCOM against 228. We had KCOM spawn on Team 2 side, 228 on Team 1 side. 228's movement was something like this, like they obviously wanted to go to the basement. KCOM did was moved some people like bam, bam. They moved up instead of down on the bridge like that and jumped down and bam, 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 goodbye, enemies.
Oh, so did they bring faster brawlers? Is that what you're saying? So they like intercepted before they got to the basement?
Yeah, they had some fast mechs. I don't think they had an Annie. I don't remember what the assault was, but generally they were quite fast moving mechs. Also, a second thing I would predict that could happen is that since Team 1 takes longer to get to the basement, since you cannot go through this stupid wall here, they might try to intercept Team 2 trying to get in there. Since they have to spawn one guy in Alpha, they're gonna take some time. So they might like bring some medium pulse, large laser. Not ER larges, like your basic laser vomit mix of mediums and larges, and try to catch them off like that. And if the enemy is full brawl builds, they're gonna do some serious damage, and they're not gonna wipe them out if they're gonna go in the basement. But after that, they should probably spread across all the entrances, just like you mentioned, and bam, bam, bam.
All right, so the teams are ready, so we can find out now.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think it's a balance. If you really commit to trying to catch them outside before they get to the basement, if the other side does get down there, you probably are not in mechs that are as strong in basement. So I think it could be difficult to do. So it'll be interesting to see which way they go.
Right, and once again, I think I should go wherever RGF spawns, and you MJ12 side.
Sounds good. So RJF is Team 2.
They're coming in. Yeah, the red team looks like a full-on brawl deck. Let's see what's up, as long as this guy drops. Orion 2CA on Al Cooper II. LBX, SRM, basic stuff. Kerensky, IV4, DA, AC20, SR16, Ilya with triple LB10, and the Annihilator has come to annihilate people with a LBX medium laser build.
All right, so for MJ12, we have an Orion 1VA with an AC20 and SRM 6s with Artemis, Zebras and a linebacker A with medium pulse, an Ilya Murmet with LBX 30, and I think it has some small pulse. Then a Fanny, which I think was LBX 20s and a snub nose. Yep. And then an Annie 1X with 4 LB10s and a snub nose. So a lot of this LBX snub nose or energy combos.
All right, seems like RJF is in the basement right now, so let's see. What I think MJ12 should do is spread around and not push through that, because if you set up correctly here, it will be impossible to win. Yeah, seems like, yeah, Stone Island moving into position.
Oh no, Dith is going in alone.
That's some good punish though. That's really good punish for going into that spot, but now he's getting punished for it.
Yeah, I was about to say he got away with it, but oh, now MJ12 is all pushing
There we go. Frio should detect that most of the firepower is on the left. He's gonna get some back shots, some good spreading there. Let's see. Dubik's fire away.
Frio really farmed. He's down already. That's quick for an Annie. Diff almost done as well. The RJFE Annie, though, is... What a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. Diff is gonna go down. It was on Diff. Oh, snap LB. Well, not anymore. He's dead. Goodbye to him.
Black Jester almost down, and the Orion.
No, he only lost.
Oh, but Zebras goes down first.
Yeah. Ooh, that was fast. Cool.
Wow. Let's make these longer matches. This is hard to commentate.
Yeah, I think MJ12 was a little bit too impatient there. They should have noticed that, okay, they're in, and they're already setting up when Diff saw Stone Island move on to the right side, that there's no way through that hole. But they still did it, and they paid the price for it.
Yep, and I wonder about the MPL linebacker there. I guess if you're going to be trading outside of the basement, that's definitely better than SRMs, but I don't feel like it's a great brawler. What are your thoughts on that choice?
Yeah, it would have been okay if like they tried to play the harass game from the different entrances, but they didn't do that, and also it would have been a pretty good option on like having linebacker with other kinds of mechs that could have like intercepted their attempt to enter the basement. But in this game I will not blame the mechs, I will blame the execution.
Oh yes, I'm not blaming the mech, just commentating.
So let's see.
I also wonder how the... I see that MJ12 took the Inner Sphere Orion and RJFE took the Orion 2C. Any thoughts on that?
RJF took both. If they had
I didn't.
2CA. But anyway, if we look quickly at the damages we had, yeah, it was obvious that MJ12 lost quite a few mechs early. Annihilator linebacker around 100 damage, while RJF had pretty good numbers with Kerensky a little bit under 200, while everyone else is around 300 to even 500 on Al Cooper 2. Let's punch those numbers in. Was what was it again?
RJFE got 5 kills to MJ12's 1.
All right. Let's see what the scoreboard says now. I think MJ12 did not need that loss, since now they're 11 points behind RJFE. MJ12 14 points, RJFE 25 points. That hurt.
Yeah, so I think there are still enough points in the last 2 drops for MJ12 to come back, but they'll definitely need to put up some big kills without sacrificing a lot of mechs to take.
Is there gonna be a team swap, or did you already do it? Yes.
Oh, I already did it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm so slow. It's
all good.
I'm becoming a boomer, like everyone else is in this game is obviously.
All right, so this drop is on Alpine Peaks. It's 1 light, 4 assaults, and it's around Gamma, which is a lesser used cap on this map. What do you expect to see the teams do, Kong?
These Gamma games have been pretty interesting so far. Like we've had some multiple approaches. Team 1 would have like this is probably their main camp spot if they have some dudes here. It's like their main response spot. We've seen some people even do this with some mechs while they leave a couple here. We've seen some dudes set up here in advance if they scout team 2 push like this. But basic thing will be that team 1 will move many of mechs right there. Maybe have one guy here until called to do something else. This is also a pretty funny spot. I've seen someone there if they're like well over 2 kilometers away with something like LB2s, since they do outrange ER larges by quite a lot actually, if they're inner sphere LB2s. And Team 2 will probably move some dudes here. Maybe one guy, a light might go scout here, or some other dude with large lasers. This is an option. Anything can happen on this map.
Yeah, the one thing I would say is I think, especially if both teams decide to play the long-range trade game, I think getting a light to the cap early
hold on,
and then
hold on.
holding the cap.
I forgot to switch the sheet into the maps. All talking all this time while no one saw anything. But anyway, yeah, you see the doodles. You can explain. You can explain.
Right. So Kong was pointing out a bunch of the spots that Team 1 and 2 might set up to trade from or push from. And I think one of the really key parts of this is getting that light into Gamma. If you're not planning to run a push strat, if you're planning to run a trade strat, you really need to control that cap. And then potentially, if you control the cap for something like 5 minutes, you can lose all your mechs and still win the game because they won't have time to decap the points, even if they kill all your mechs. So we will see.
Yeah.
But I think for MJ12, they really need to rely on getting kills here. I think RJFE are in a bit of a better spot because the cap game is better based on the scoreboard.
It's taking a little bit for MJ12, so I could go for a couple of strats that Team 1 could possibly do on this map.
Yep, so RJFE are locked and they're in Alpha, not surprisingly, closer to the cap with one in Bravo.
So, since it's a 5v5 format, we might not see like a full-on ER large trade deck, but we've seen in some games have been number 1 Lerms and number 2 LBX, which I mentioned, and one quite good strat will be here to move LBX deck either here or here, and have a couple Lerm mechs do a push like this, and when they reach this area, they have some cover there while they can Lerm the dudes, which are over here. And
Alright, so both are locked.
Lerms do out damage ER larges by quite a bit, so that's an effective Lerm push which can happen on Alpine. We've seen it before on the other side of the map in games where you have to play around this area, but here the range is much shorter, so it might be more common to see some Lerm pushes.
Yeah, let's see a Narc light and some LRM assaults. Alright, so with both teams ready, I'm going to launch.
An arc light, it sounds good, but it does have a problem. You don't have ER larges, so if the enemy attempts to flip the cap, presuming you already own the cap, it's pretty hard to stop the enemy light from capturing that point, since you have everyone on like one spot. If you have some ER largers, all you can do is like drop strikes, but if you have a light, like a Panther, Spider, with ER larges, you can move into a good spot to constantly scratch the guy just trying to cap. And you can win by stalling on this map also.
Yep, so let's see what they decided to do. MJ12 is Team 2, so I'll go over there.
One is Team 2. Is it the South Spot?
Team 2 is where the red Doritos
yeah, I always forget. I'm sorry about the dudes. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start with the RGF mechs. Let's see. Annihilator 2A. I like this. I like this dude. What does it have? 6 LB2s. Look, called it. Supernova C, probably ER large. Yeah, my man. Battlemaster ER large. Blood Apps ER large. And Wolfhound, is it medium pulses? Okay.
All right, so on the MJ12 side, we have a Corsair 7A. That's the 4 AMS variant with ER peeps and AC2s. An Annie 2A with an ER peep and a couple or a bunch of AC2s. Javelin, I'm guessing ER meads. Well, a Direwolf with AC. Oh shoot,
This
yeah,
is a push.
AC2s.
This is a push.
Yep, and an MX90 with 6 AC2s and an ERP. So a DACA push.
The Corsair is a little bit wasted already with the AMS, but doesn't matter. The RPPCs, AC2s, there's some fine damage compared if you have to like trade with a ER large mech and you get to shoot all the time.
And here we go. Dubix is running in on the cap. Be interesting to see if Dith tries to cover the cap. Doesn't look like it though. Looks like they're giving up the cap.
Doesn't even reach there. Like now, when they get the cap free, they should recognize the situation. Oh, look, in like 15 seconds, they don't see anyone on the enemy camp hill. They must be pushing. Oh, let's see how they react. It should be about like when the clock hits 8 minutes to like 7:30, there should be someone on the camp hill, but if they don't see anyone there, they can just presume otherwise.
Oh, here they go. They're firing. Frio has started shooting back at the ER line.
Oh, strike. Let's see what's up. Oh, there we go. Zebras took a splash, I think.
Oh yeah, a little bit there. 12% probably.
It has a pretty good scouting position. I like RJF's positioning, except
Oh no, Zebras fell down. So Zebras in the MX90 is now in the open.
Oh no.
Totally exposed to those ER larges, just eating damage.
That's
looks
not
like
good.
RJFE will take him down pretty quick. Good focus fire from them there.
Oof.
Yeah, that really hurts.
Yeah, all I can say is yikes.
So I'm curious how RJFE will respond to this push, though, because they don't really want to let those AC2s get into them. And if MJ12 pushes around this corner, it could be 3 or 4 on 1 against this.
Okay, the Annie should either climb back to the mountain or move to the left. Seems like he's choosing the option C, chase the squirrel. And now he's getting...
chasing death.
Yeah, now getting punished for it. He's not gonna survive this. But he's gonna do some damage to it. Oh, he's backing off. The corner might just be able to give him some cover.
Yeah, he has eaten a lot of damage, but he should make it out of this, I think.
Okay, yeah. Rio can no longer trade. He has to jump down if he wants to, and that will be death. Okay, there we go.
And he has been halved on the RJFE side and only has... Oh, and he's got no gun.
Yeah, nice. That's what MJ12 needed. Okay, Draven has to go in now.
But now Dubix can harass them from the side with
Blood apps.
With those MPL.
That left torso goes, it's over for him.
Oh, Dubix is dead. He's been legged. He's not going to survive that. So now RJFE have lost their only light. That's a big loss here.
Oh no!
I think Dith needs to grab that cap because the time is running down. He needs to grab that cap if they want to win.
It should be about 4:15 to 4 minutes when it's too late. But if they wipe out the whole enemy team, which will probably happen since it's 3 assaults left, they cannot move anywhere. They can start capping the other points, and if Dith survives, they can take a second point easily and win with tickets like that.
Yeah, I still think... I mean, I don't know if he can take the cap with these ER large mechs having vision on it, but yeah, this is kind of an uncomfortable position. I think MJ12 needs to push real hard.
Oh no, look at Al Cooper's health and weapons.
Oof.
Do you have any last words for him?
This is very smart that they're backing off. They're trying to bleed the timer. They're trying to make this take as long as possible. Dith is now going for the cap, but RJFE should be able to deny it, I think.
Yeah, I think Cooper should die, like, as soon as It's a... Okay, never mind. That guy dies first. Cool. There goes Blackchester now. Bam, 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 bam.
I don't know why Dith is backing off of this Blood Asp. It's basically...
Well, he's moving towards the cap. So...
There we go.
That's fine. Okay, now... One of these dudes should turn around. There we go. Stas is doing it. Cool. Never mind. Not that way. That way.
This is definitely the most exciting part of the match, the race to cap with the Assault.
Okay, they're sending Draven. Draven, my man, is going in. Let's see. Yeah, some good spreading there, thanks to Corsair weird hitboxes. And see his health. Left leg slightly open. Nothing serious. Prio. Some good spreading there. Zebras, my man. No.
Yeah, that was not a good
I can't believe they like pulled that off after that. That was a disaster. Like textbook disaster.
Giving up an Assault for free is not what you want to do.
Yeah, but apparently it worked. It probably was like part of their strategy that like, oh, cool. It's 5 versus 4 now. We can go balls deep, and this is what happens. They lost Yana later was in a pretty cocky spot. He even like started chasing the Javelin a little bit. I think he should have backed off to the hill behind him, so he could have dropped down and then climbed back up again and start shooting their sides when they do the advance. And I don't know what happened to Ubix, but he's dead now. Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, he got caught out against the Assaults. I think what he was doing, by and large, was good in that he was getting up close and harassing with his MPLs, but I think the ER peeps really helped to take down that. So some good focus fire from MJ12.
Yeah, seems like
they're going to have enough caps at this point.
Yeah. 3 caps, that's like 150 points in a minute or 120.
I mean, I think they're actually going to get a 5 cap out of this.
But this is what MJ12 needed. Now they're gonna receive like 10 points, while RJF receives only 3, I think, or 2. So they're gonna catch up by quite a bit now. They need a really good game on the next map, so they can possibly pull off a victory in this set.
That's perfect, though. Coming down to the last drop, I love it. That's what we want.
Yeah, but they're still behind. They're gonna be behind by like 5 or 6 points. So they have to do like a complete stomp to pull this off.
Oh, Frio's damage. Man.
Hold on. Let me load the ID and... My man! 1.1k. Is this a pug match or community warfare, or is this a 5v5 game? No one knows.
That's just Frio farming away with that direwolf there.
A little bit disappointed at Frio though. He didn't bring Lerms. Like, well, he didn't promise either. I was kind of trying to push him to bring Lerms, but didn't work. But let's see the player stats. Bam, there's some detail into that. Component destroyed 11, and some for his allies to 55 team damage from Frio. My man. He knows that everyone must die. Let me just punch in the score here. MJ12 victory, 5 kills, and loss 1 kill, and see the outcome. Bam. 24 to 27. MJ12 only behind by 3 points. It's gonna be a close one, hopefully. We don't want to see a stomp.
So RJFE could maybe win this even if they lose, if they kill all 4 or something like that. Or kill 4. I don't know. I'm not doing the exact math, but it's very close, which is great.
And you probably swapped already, yes.
Yes.
My man.
So we'll be going to Grim Plexus for the decider.
It seems like
And
people dropping from the lobby, so they're mech labbing. We could move on to the map strat.
yes.
So, spill the beans, my dude. What's gonna happen?
So this is one light, one medium, one heavy, one assault, and then one wild card mech, which most teams are bringing a second assault. Grim Theta. So, I don't know. I mean, you could see teams setting up here, on Hamburger Hill from Team 2. Could see teams sort of in this gas station area. Well, I guess less so on the left side because there's no cover there. But I haven't really thought about this particular map very much. What do you think, Kong?
Well, since the decks can be quite flexible on top, this map can be flexible. I will think that people might bring like either fast, medium pulse push, or like a mixed healthy deck, which would consist of something with like AC2s, PPC Pop Tart, maybe one ER larger, and two fast mechs, like two or three fast mechs. Something like a Vulcan Wolfhound, or if they choose to bring the mediums as doubles, that would imply that they want a really fast deck. That would be something like Wolfhound, Vulcan, and either Phoenix Hawk or whatever as medium pulse. I don't remember anymore, I'm sorry, dude, but whatever. Yeah, the positioning this map will be probably, yeah, as you mentioned, gas station, bam, bam, bam. Kind of marking with the team colors the important parts for their side. And if Team 1 decides to bring like that so-called healthy loadout, they might send the TPC with Jump Jets guy here. And probably the lights will accompany him, or the light doesn't like how many they wish to bring. Daka dude probably there. ER larger wants to hang around like here most likely, while the enemy or team 2, red is always enemy, am I right? But anyway, they might want to like a guy here, Daka dudes, and it's pretty open for their side what the fast ones could do. Even blues could like go either way, or even fast cap theta. Same thing here. I think this map is pretty balanced to what each team can do. I did before I didn't. Oh, cool. Yes, I did switch to the correct sheet, so everyone saw the doodles this time. But what do you think about that?
Excellent. Yeah, I mean that all makes sense to me. Sorry, I've been looking at the lobby, so I haven't paid quite as much attention to your doodles.
Oh well, there they are. I didn't delete anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, because there is so much potential to overwatch Theta, I think it could be important who grabs that cap first, although we saw that didn't ultimately matter in the last match. Yeah.
I will also. What we will also get to see is probably if the blue team. Delete that crap. The blue team opts in to like hang around more like this instead of sending anyone here. We will then be able to see some reds like take over this area and also have a guy here to be a pest with peeps or something like that. Because this area, like down here, is a pretty good cover if the enemy takes the blue area for themselves. And it's like team 1 is ready.
Yep, And I think RJFE are ready as well, but I called out the wrong team at the beginning, so just waiting for confirmation in case they want to change. Both teams so far are Bravo.
Oh, everyone's ready. Cool. Let's go.
All right, we are going. And RJFE are a little bit lighter at 340. MJ12 bring 355 tons. Do you know what the max is for this? What would that be?
It's like 35 plus 55, 80, and
265 or 365 or 360, I think, something like that.
hold on. I am 265 plus one extra one. 365 should be the max, or something close to that. Math is not my specialty. I'm sorry, dudes, if that was wrong.
Yeah, it's not my specialty, and I don't like to do it live.
Okay, let me do the thing to the RGF side. We have a Slipner, presumably.
Hold, we've got a hold.
Oh, cool. Well, we definitely... Or wait, no. Let's go through the mechs as after the hold is over, and I think this should be just a straight up redrop since there's not much time in these games. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Well, I'll take a look at the rules, but I mean, really, it's up to the team leaders to know.
Well, wasn't it like 1 minute, and then we should probably redrop? That was in the previous tournaments, I suppose, but...
It's 2 minutes here.
Okay. But yeah, this pause when we only have 10 minutes is gonna hurt the game by quite a bit. It might be that they might get in positions in like the first 5 minutes, then they only have like 2 minutes of fighting. So personally, I would think that this is gonna be a redrop. Let's see what they want. Just gonna hide the mech tabs in case someone's gonna ghost, but that's too late because I think if they're gonna go back to the video, they're gonna see them anyway. PGI, please.
Okay, it looks like RJFE are self-destructing, and then we'll get this going again. Sorry about the delay, folks, but yeah, spaghetti code is still a thing.
What happened anyway? I didn't really pay attention. Do you have any idea?
I mean, I don't know of a way to see player pings, but I assume one of the RJFE players couldn't connect, or maybe. Oh, it looks like they're all. I don't know.
It's pretty cool that we get like the old-fashioned delays which MechWarrior Online competitive community has always had. Like
maybe
what?
Stone Island didn't connect, or somebody had the heat bug. I don't know. They really.
My man heat bug. I love that.
Oh yeah, we have one mech jumping out of the.
I do love the heat bug. It brings soul to this game, in my opinion. What do you think?
I mean, I had it twice in a Daka Summoner last night, and that was horrible because that mech does not run hot, but I couldn't fire at all. Okay, so I think we're.
He has the cap.
Yeah, so both teams forgot to cap. So now our lobby is in trouble.
Oh no. Oh no. It's a disaster, and I think, sorry if I'm gonna ghost the build, but yeah, Annihilator. Yeah, how is he gonna cap? Or is Suicide enough? I don't think Suiciding is smart. Oh no.
Yeah, so basically that would make us wait 6.5 minutes, because it's gonna lock everybody's mechs.
Cool. Let's see what's gonna happen. Or wait. Oh no. Is it gonna end?
No, because nobody's capped anything.
Thanks, Frio. Thanks. And a smiley face, so he thinks I'm not being an asshole. My man. That justifies it.
Okay.
Everyone had to die, so whatever. Cool.
Well, yeah. So the heat bug, I think, is terrible. I'm surprised. Well, I guess not surprised they haven't been able to fix it, but it continues to be a thing.
Fixing things what used to be a thing. Since when, dude? Like, when did they fix it?
No. I didn't say. I just said it's horrible that it's still a thing. The heat bug itself.
What would you rather want to see cured from the world? Heat bug or the coronavirus?
I mean, coronavirus, obviously.
Yeah, I'm pretty even with them, but I'm still leaning towards coronavirus. But I think heat bug is also applied to this world.
It is pretty bad.
And to be honest, yeah, people could possibly die to heat bug due to it creating so much stress that someone just dies to the stress that you got from the heat bug.
Some hot takes from you, then, huh, Kong?
Yeah, I like to look at all possible possibilities. Yeah, now 4 minutes and flying around the map. It's gonna be cool. What else there is to discuss other than like shitty memes?
How many tons of LRM ammo do you have on your meme baby? I
Uh,
think that's what we need to know.
I think I had 10 tons at some point. Then I dropped a little bit. I don't know why. It's not an optimized build I have, but it works because it has lerms and I don't have to know how to play.
Yep, that's true. I think I have about 12 on mine now, but I'm not sure if it's enough.
Cool. What do you think about putting the tag in the torso versus the arm?
Oh, I put mine in the head because you can peek over things and you're less likely to lose it.
Cool.
But you are stuck, so you can't tag things that are moving quickly as easily.
Yeah, like Grinner is pretty common in quick play these days or faction, and if you want to learn that from a distance, you need the tag in the arm. Otherwise, you just lose the lock immediately.
Yep.
But that's a good point that you can do some peeks with tag in the head. You have to expose much more if you have the tag in the arm.
Yeah, so you can just sort of poke that little Annie head up and learn people because the missiles are mounted pretty high as well.
Yeah, you're basically playing it like the Laser Annie, except with the fact that you don't have to aim for components, you just shoot and get some damage.
Yep. What else can we talk about? 2.5 minutes.
I really don't know, dude. Like, okay, let's like, why did they all have to die? Why did they leave the Annie as the last guy? What was their end game?
Suspense, I think. You know, the suspense of waiting to know how these matches will end. Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if this didn't happen, the game could have been over already and I could be playing better games right now, but I have to suffer one more round of MechWarrior Online after this.
Well, yeah. Yep, we'll see.
I'm just flying around with the spectator camera through the weird crystals we have here, trying to find some holes to go into. This is, I think, probably more exciting than using lerms in MechWarrior Online.
Yeah, that's probably true. It certainly requires more skill to run the spectator camera.
Yeah, so many buttons you have to remember. Like half of the time I forget to put the team readouts up, and even when it will be useful info for me, for some reason I keep forgetting. 45 seconds. Who's gonna... Do you think which team is gonna win this round we're in? There's 40 seconds left. What's gonna happen?
Oh, I think it might be a tie, Kong. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know, but I think it might be a tie.
Cold.
There
was one of the outcomes I thought that could happen, but you're so sure about it, so I think I'm gonna also assume it's gonna be a tie. I like this.
Well, we will find out soon.
I like these control points. What are they even doing? Drilling something. Drilling the ice, that's cool. Oh. And the game is over, finally. Thank God. Okay, let's see. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Cool. There was some intense gaming there. Let's get this over with fast, please.
Yeah, I believe they don't get 5 minutes.
Oh no, I see 4 disconnects.
Oh, I'm gonna kick Death because he's the captain for that side, but DC.
Same thing on Team 2 side, 2 bigs lead. You have to kick him. What am I typing? Pick invite. How do I speak English, dude?
I don't know. Your mouth and throat, I think, right?
No, I had to type it. Sorry. So, I mean, how do I write English? Oh no, another 5 minutes, then another 5 minutes.
Well, I assume they'll do it more quickly than that, but I don't know. We will see. We've got 5 on both sides now. Did you see why they said they needed a hold? Was it heat bug or DC? I can't remember.
No question asked. I don't really... I didn't care at that point, but now I care, because that wasn't fun waiting for 10 minutes. I was asked for fun. Why the hold, by the way? Just curious.
Okay, RJFE are locked.
Let's go.
Yep. Game crash. So it looks like they're bringing the same amount of tonnage on each side.
No deck changes.
Change their decks, though. That is allowed.
Even though a little bit lame, in my opinion. But, of course, if the enemy will scout out your drop deck and do a perfect counter to it, you have to be allowed to change your decks.
Yeah, if you're trying something sneaky, especially, that only works with surprise, I think that's important.
I'm gonna go to the reds again.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Well, it started up quickly, so hopefully no crash.
Cool. Okay, let's start where I left off last time. My man Kerensky brings the quad USC5 Cyclops, Stone Island, Vapor Eagle with peeps and some machine guns, Al Cooper with the Daka Blood Apps, Black Chester is gonna bring some peeps in a summoner, and Dubix is gonna bring the Wolfhound.
All right, so we've got for MJ12 7 Zebras with the 5 MPL Grand. We've got Dith with 3 ER Peep Veagle 1, Stas with a 1 Ultra AC2, 5 AC2 Night G, Horseman with the quad Ultra 5 Cyclops, and then Frio in an Annie. This time he's got an ER Large with his 6 AC2.
Slightly better sustain, and I don't think if you run a PPC you're gonna run with a 300 rated engine, so that gives you a little bit more speed if he wants to opt in for that.
Yep, and it looks like the summoner took a little damage. It looks like the Wolfhounds engaged a little bit over Theta, or just saw each other and pulled back there, so nobody has the cap.
Okay, this looks like would be an opportunity for RJF to get into that low ground cover. They do have Pop-Tart mechs.
And Dubix is grabbing the cap. He's going to be able to cap it without anybody denying. That's big for RJFE here.
Was pretty early also. So if the timer hits something like 4:30, then it's too late for Team 1.
Yep, and Dubix took some big damage. He just stayed on that cap a little bit too long.
He's only a flesh wound, only missing the left arm.
Well, yeah, his torsos don't look great to me, but I don't know. It's hard to tell with the way the paper doll is.
Horseman moving into Overwatch-ish position. Doesn't really see anything other than the Vapor Eagle, and the summoner sometimes jumping around. Cool, I think that hit Ith's right arm, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like all of MJ12 is rotating to the right into the classic quick play NASCAR areas. And Dubix seems to be looking for their tail.
It's not a bad spot.
No.
It happens in pugs for a reason. either by just NASCAR instinct or that this place is actually a pretty good spot. Have the 2 boxes and building cover. You can use these small boxes for pop-tarting.
Oh, Horseman in the open in that Cyclops. I'm wondering if he's going to get punished or if he's going to be able to get to the next cover. He's actually going for Theta, it looks like.
They're still out of position, but probably not for long. What is Alex doing?
We have a cap assault. It looks like he's going to be able to flip it even.
Okay, so he's just going from low ground into this straight line. And Diff closing in. Pretty ballsy move. But I think doing something like this, he knows where they are. He has some good intel, I think. There goes the... Oh, oof. Big hit on the rear. Don't do that again, dude.
On who? On Diff?
Yeah, Diff got a hit in the rear. He cannot.
Oh, and Dubix is pushing him. It looks like Diff is going to go down real fast here.
Oh, too cocky.
2v1.
Too cocky. But the cavalry's there. Zebras is going to engage the Wolfhound. So if
they really
dies,
have to finish Diff there, though, to get the advantage here.
Yeah, if he stalls for like a couple more seconds, should be fine. Also, they did manage to flip middle by doing that push.
Oh, somehow Dith is going to get away with that, I think. And now Horseman is getting wrecked by the Blood Asp and the V.
Stas and Horseman a little bit too stacked, in my opinion.
Yep.
Oi, 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 oi! 1 click from green to red.
Yeah, that hurts. It looks like 3 really hurt MJ12 mechs are going to go down real quick. Yep, there go.
Bam!
The Wolfhound for RJFE and the Blood Asp are also almost dead, but they're still up.
But here comes Frio. My man. He's here to destroy.
Yeah, the Annie is a problem here.
Bam, bam,
getting
bam.
back shots on the sleeping.
And the problem ends there. Dubix is behind him. Say goodbye to Frio. It was nice to know you, dude, but you're dead now. Come on, snipe
See
someone.
if he can get any kills out of
snipe
this, but
someone.
it doesn't look like it.
Do it. Do it! Wolfhound will need multiple AC shots, like 2 more on right torso to die. Yep, no chance.
Oh, Dubix kills himself though. That's not great for their points, but I think they still have enough to win the match.
Yeah, I think
Zebras gets the blood ass.
This one's in their bag, unless my man does a clutch. Let's see.
Yep.
Oh no, this doesn't look like a clutch.
It does not. This looks like it's...
4 hits from the Cyclops. It's not a clutch.
Wolfhound Zebras is one shot.
Bam.
Oh.
There he goes. GG. Rest in peace, my dude. Sliding like that.
Do you want to pull folks in for interviews after?
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know what to ask.
We can. We could probably come up with something if they want to. I'll offer.
Yeah, sure. I guess, whatever. If someone wants to come chat here, whatever. Be my guest. Seems like Blackchester ran out of MC to put the Jade Falcon camo on his summoner. If you look at that. But he does have the decal. That's still...
I like seeing this Sleipnir in the Jade Falcon colors.
My man. Okay. Wait to see the stats. I would guess that Sleipnir did some work there. No. Did not. Except Horseman, of course, but RJFE Sleipnir was not actually as high as I would have thought. But yeah, Horseman doing top damage for MJ12 and Vapor Eagle doing top damage for RJFE. Punch in the ID. Bam. Let's see what's up. Stats. No team damage, not much of it. 4 is not much. Probably just a scratch from something, or even just ramming at dudes. Anyway. Diff, even with the cocky movement and like good positioning, until he died, of course, at that point, good positioning turned into really bad positioning. Did surprisingly low damage. I would have thought he would have been reaching like 200 to 300 at least, but was not the case. The Nightshare kinda not surprising. When he got into the fight, he just got dabbed on, and everyone else is kinda decent, okay, good. Horseman stayed alive for so long, and you can see it in the damage numbers. And RJFE, we have pretty even, everyone over 300. Good job from everyone. And let's punch in the numbers. It was a MJ12 loss with, how many kills was that? Already forgot.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
2 kills. 2 kills. Bam, and victory there. 5, bam. Points, my dudes. Let's see what's up. And the final score is MJ12 27, RJFE 37. And looks like RJFE wins this set. Good job, my dudes. Well played.
Yeah, nice job. Alright, I'll pull Diff in. Hello, Diff.
Hello.
Hello, my man.
How's a victory?
I like that cocky movement on the last match, but I think it kinda turned from paradise into nightmare quickly.
Yeah, my idea.
They grew some balls and attacked you, and you got slaughtered like a pig.
I kind of expected it, but it out fell down when the enemy didn't keep move up.
But you did survive. Pretty long.
Not long.
You dropped into like 50% and then bam, like 1 to 2 minutes before you died.
Yeah, great. I didn't die as fast.
But anyway, I already forgot what happened on the other maps.
I did want to ask about Viridian, if you have anything you want to say about that drop.
Well, it was kind of weird that they jumped to low ground. And then we thought, well, we could go down there too. And then they kind of, I don't know, they got some range. Kind of changed the plan and stick around later. And just kept camped there.
Okay, so you sounds like you didn't plan to sit in that pocket with your brawlers initially.
No.
Okay.
The idea was to stay on middle ground and push through. And then we saw them jumping down, and we thought we could catch them, but they got enough space between us pretty quickly.
And then what happened on HPG? What were you all thinking there?
Yeah, I think that was a little bit rushed.
I mean, the problem was that it wasn't rushed. Because we planned to get in there as fast as possible, and then it took out too long to get the enemy to the door.
You were
okay,
on the
so
long
you had
side.
expected to get there before RJFE or at the same time, it sounds like?
At the same time, in best case.
And then I'm trying to think if I had other questions. Any thoughts on the drop on Canyon to drop back to the first team drop?
Yeah. Communication issues and not enough focusing fire, or at least not on targets that might not be as important.
Sorry about the typing. You know
That's
my
okay.
keyboard. What else was there? There was Alpine. Yeah, Alpine. It looked like a complete disaster, but then RJFE did some mistakes themselves, and you just decked them to hell.
Yeah, we had some last-minute change of the pilot, and he wasn't informed how we're doing this, and just went straight in and died.
Oh, that's Zebras, I'm assuming, wasn't supposed to drop down there? Maybe thought you all were pushing low ground?
No, that was never the idea.
Yeah.
But it did work out in the end. You gave them some DACA and they exploded.
Yeah. You could have saved one mech or so. But for your carry, just spamming AC2s.
My man. As expected. Where were the lerms?
Yeah, I kind of expected them from RJF, which I had a
I expected them from you, dude. Where were the lerms?
The ground is not flat enough. Maybe we have some polar drop somewhere.
Oh yes, Polar is on the schedule at some point. I don't remember when.
It's not going to be a lerm map. I think it's going to be with lights.
Oh, so no lerms allowed.
Yep. Might be actually next week.
So Dubix might join us in a second.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Any other impressions from the match, Dith, of how you feel it went? Maybe what you're looking forward to in the next few weeks of the
tournament? I'm not quite sure. I mean, yes, of course, something to improve, but not sure how to get on about it.
All right, I'm going to pull Dubix in.
Okie dokie.
Hi, Dubix. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Good games. Good games. So what happened again? I forgot already what the outcome was, other than that you won the set. But Canyon was pretty strong from you. But Viridian, I liked what you were doing, but MJ12 had some pretty good discipline there and they pulled off that victory. What do you think about Viridian match?
First off, thank you for Casa this game. And thank you for MJ12 for this game. It's a very good opportunity to us to show our case. Well, about games, yep. First one was Kenya. That was our common strategy. Nothing new.
You killed them pretty well there. But the Viridian game was quite interesting. I thought all the time that you would have the upper hand, but it turned out otherwise. They kind of huddled in that next to the cap point, and you closed in on the upper platform as I expected, but then I think the enemy Vulcan proved to be quite a nuisance for you. Or what was that mech? Yeah, Vulcan.
Vulcan.
Yeah. It did some serious damage. I think it had 700 damage in that game.
Yeah, Vulcan 2 OP.
Well, you had your own also. But yeah, let's blame luck, I guess. So next map was HPG. You did a good job going in there basement first, and you received the push pretty well. And what was next? Was it Alpine? Yeah, Alpine.
Viridian.
No. After HPG was Alpine. I think, yes. There you...
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you picked off that dude pretty fast when he dropped down from the hill by accident. That was pretty funny to watch. But in the end, they kinda decked you.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
Yeah, of course, from a third-person view, it's easy to notice what went wrong. But of course, when you're in the cockpit, you don't probably perceive the situation as well. So I think why they ended up killing you all was positioning mostly.
Yep.
And of course, the last game was stuff happened and you pulled it off. Congratulations, my dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, and yeah, Broer, you're asking about... no, never mind, that's not what you were asking about.
I don't remember.
That's it, I guess. My dudes, nothing else gonna happen. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here. Thank you to the players for making this possibility happen. And yeah, I think I'm gonna close the stream for now. Thanks everyone once again for coming. I'll see you later.